So one of the things that was said at the end of the Bush administration was the policies that you put in place are succeeding, and the evidence of that is there hasn't been another attack.
Right.
And there hasn't been certainly another. There have been attempts in the United States. There have also been some lone wolf or self-starter terrorist attacks, but there hasn't actually been an attack. Is that a testimony to the capabilities of the intelligence community? A testimony to the incapabilities of the terrorist group? How do you see that? Because I think that might be what President Obama would say. What's your evidence?
Yeah. Well, we had reporting, for example, right after 9/11, that al-Qaeda was seeking a nuclear device in Pakistan, where they have nuclear devices. We had to be concerned from the very beginning about those kinds of things. And we had reporting about attacks that never came off. Attack on the highest building on the west coast of the United States, attack on in downtown London. So it's clear that what we did, the terror surveillance program and so forth, did put in place the necessary steps. The fact of that we didn't get hit again, I really think has a lot to do with the vigilance, with the airline security measures we put in place. We had attacks fail, such as the underwear bomber over Detroit. So there's no doubt in my mind, but what it was a positive, successful policy. And the notion that Barack Obama brought to office was that, first of all, that we'd overstepped the bounds. Remember when he went to Cairo? And he apologized to the Muslim world for our overreaction to 9/11. One thing that I found out later was that if you look at some of the documents that were released when Snowden stole documents that we uncovered when Liz and I were doing our latest book, was that our ambassador to Japan had sent a cable back to the White House during that first year when Obama was doing his apology tour, saying the Japanese had rejected his request that he be allowed to go to Hiroshima and apologize for our having dropped the bomb on Hiroshima in World War II. So he set a tone out there that, and a set of policies, including what he's done to defense, that has persuaded a lot of our friends and allies around the world that they can no longer count on the United States, that we are not, that we don't have their back. And I think it shows, in terms of the relationships we have with so many of those folks, that the United States is no longer looked to as the go-to people to deal with the terrorist problem.